forgot to put on Discord so I can watch Ultraman Trigger with Lane. I wish Lane were here.
Hi.
Oh my god. I also wish for $1 million. Damn.
Shot.
Greetings, everyone, and welcome back to Ultraranger, I almost said
show where we
podcast.
talk about Ultraman's past, present, future, Godzilla, and all kaiju in between. I'm your co-host, Ultra Lane.
In person.
In person. I'm here.
Holy shit, when was the last time we did this? Godzilla vs. Kong?
Yeah.
Which, that was more of a Castranger group type of special thing.
Like January. Super
Episode 150.
Yeah.
17 episodes later.
Yep. So yes, I got fully vaccinated and I waited the 2 weeks for it to kick in, so I'm here. So I'm here visiting for the weekend. And I was like, me and Gar were gonna record like earlier in the week, and I was just like, we can just record when I'm here.
Oh yeah.
Like it's the Ultraseven finale.
Yes, today.
Sort of a big deal. Sort of.
Sorta in. Sorta. Question mark.
Yeah.
I thought we were going to talk about, Ultraman Trigger, which I would hit the key, but I don't want to get copyrighted by Bandai.
Yeah, right? Yeah, so, like, it was my birthday, like, last week, which was, like, Ultraman Day, July 10th.
Yeah. And
so, like, I got some birthday money, and I just immediately went on Kotetsu Japan or whatever like that, and just bought the full Spark Lens set with the belt and the holster.
Oh, no, according to Ichi, it's the Spark Lens.
Just call it the Spark Lens. It's fucking easier.
It's the Spark Lens. It's like, oh, but it says lens. It's like, screw you.
Because it's a cool toy. Because basically they're like, well, what if we took the Spark Lens from Tiga and the Hyper Gun and just turned it into a changer?
You know what I like about it? It's big.
It is big. The Hyper Keys are like a nice hefty size and like they're really cool. No, but what's really cool about the Hyper Keys is like if you don't even have the Spark Lens toy, you can like still play with the sounds that like as if you're using. So like I like that they really thought hard with these type of games. Plus it's the first electronic gimmick
for Ultraman.
Yeah. Where like it's like an electronic thing with another electronic thing. Because it's always just been spark dolls, cards, metals, crystals, if you can call them crystals.
They're crystal shape.
Like, oh, two circle gimmicks. They'll like that. But fucking keychains. Capsules.
Bracelets.
Oh, I fucking hate the bracelets. So stupid. I did not like Taiga's gimmick at all.
Gimmick? It only made sense for the movie.
So stupid. Anyway, so, yeah, I'm here in person. And so this episode we're gonna talk about the finale of Ultra 7. We've made it. Like how long ago did we start this series?
Like Ultra 7 itself?
Yeah.
Episode 126. 126. So it's taken us
over a year?
Yeah, at least over a year.
Fuck.
Hang on, let me pull it up.
Because like we had like 38, 39 episodes with the original Ultraman, and then you're like, oh no, it's 49 for Ultra 7. I'm like,
it's taken us 41 episodes.
Wow.
But you also have to take in consideration of the episodes where we didn't talk about Ultra 7.
Yeah.
Where we talked about, Great's finale, Zed's premiere.
Yeah, so Ultra 7. The episodes 48 and 49, the biggest invasion in history.
Ultra 7, save us from destruction, the evil monsters. With Ultra Strike!
Not really.
Sort of.
It's kind of pretty lame, actually. Like this finale was okay.
I mean, it truly just sums up the entirety of Ultra 7, if you think about it that way.
Yeah.
Where good ideas, great scenes, had a great opening. Some things you had to question about. Dan was the main focus. But then everyone else sort of gets sidelined. So yeah, this finale sort of culminates the entirety of Ultra 7 as a whole.
So, like, also we can finally get introduced to the twin-headed monster Pandon. So we've talked about him before because, you know, first time I ever saw Pandon was in Ginga.
Yeah,
he was a big part of Ginga.
He was a remodeled Pandon that had like 2 separate heads.
Yeah, because fuck, it's one of the ugliest kaijus I've ever seen. Not bird-on ugly, but like it's just literally it's this giant red body, and then he has like 2 bird heads, but they're like Siamese, like conjoined to each other, and they just point out sideways and look super awkward. I couldn't imagine how the suit actor could fucking see in that suit. Probably couldn't.
Probably in the chest, and then the heads were actually just
like breather things.
Yeah, because one of them shot fire, so chances are there was probably a tube going up into the suit.
Because I remember Gar telling me that Pandon was from Ultra 7, and I realized that when he showed up, I was like, you know what? Yeah, I never once thought, wasn't Pandon supposed to be in this series? But no, apparently he's like the end-all fucking kaiju that Ultra 7 fights. And actually, Gar found out a good reason why Pandon was the final kaiju in this series.
So, like, he shows up in this, like, giant silver box because the aliens of the episode, the alien ghosts...
These fucking weird, like, space-tight jumpsuit aliens, and they're like... And they have, like, long, ugly, flowing white hair, and it's super... Like, they look stupid. They were stupid looking. I hated them.
But, they send down this giant ship that looks like a giant box, and they open it up, and look, it's Pandon. And I realize it's supposed to be a reference to Pandora's box.
Yeah, the box where if you open it, the end of the world happens. Like, all life as we know it ceased to exist.
Okay, that part I didn't know.
Yeah, no, that's what Tomb Raider and the Cradle of Life is about. It's about Lara Croft finding Pandora's box. It's a pretty cool movie. Gerard Butler's in it. So... The most, I think, interesting part about this whole finale, at least, like, the biggest positive that I could see for this episode was it's very Dan-heavy, and that's good that the finale is about our main character. And...
He's not doing good.
No, so we learn, apparently, that all this time on Earth, all these fights, all these battles and, like, injuries and crashes he's had and stuff like that have finally taken a huge fucking toll on him, and like
waking up in cold sweats, in which I looked into this because, you know, since we didn't record it in the middle of the week, I had time to actually look into this stuff.
Oh yeah.
Cold sweats, it's basically when you're stressed out, it's sort of a fight or flight situation.
Being the protector of the fucking planet, yeah, no, that would be stressful.
Yeah, in which, when your body is stressed, you get sick because your body's not functioning properly. And yeah, being the protector of the planet, that's a huge toll on, which I feel like the metaphor was like, you know how like he was in, like when he wakes up, he gets dressed at like 3 a.m., he's walking through the hallway alone, all you hear is his footsteps. His footsteps feel heavy, so I'm thinking maybe that's sort of meant to be a metaphor of how he puts the entire weight of this organization on his shoulders.
Yeah. Because, like, no one else can do what he can do.
And, you know, with him being alone, it sort of represents that he is fighting this battle on his own.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, really think about it. How many aliens did the TDF and the Ultra Guard actually take down?
Not many.
Not many, especially when, you know, like, and I mean fair game, not just going up into space and shooting down their spaceships.
Yeah. Or, you know, destroying an entire civilization.
Oh, genocide.
God! That was the most heavy fucking shit I ever saw in this whole series. It was just, no, we have to destroy this whole alien civilization, or we're fucked. Oh, and then remember when they killed the whole fucking underwater people?
Yeah.
Yeah, they committed another fucking genocide. 2 genocides! What Ultra Card? Like, Jesus Christ.
One more to get a free Sunday.
At least in, like, Ultraman, like, you know, Ultraman couldn't defeat Zeton, and then it was up to the Science Patrol to fucking defeat him, and they did. Like, they beat Zeton all on their own.
Because it was supposed to represent how they no longer need Ultraman.
Yeah.
It's how they, like, Ultraman doesn't need to worry. They got this.
Also, Dan had a weird ass fucking like clock in his fucking room.
Oh, the owl clock.
Yeah, it was like an owl clock, and it's like, like what the fuck. So yeah, so he's going to relieve. I think it was Soga.
Yeah, it was Soga.
It was Soga of duty or whatever to like keep eye on like space. And so of course like Dan like Soga's like, oh, do you want me to like relieve? He's like, no, it's okay, man. I got this. And like he can't focus. Like he's.
Yeah, like he mentions in the episode, he's like, my pulse is 360, his blood pressure's at 400, he's feeling dizzy, and he has a fever of 90. If he were a human, he'd be dead.
He would be dead.
Because I looked into it, it's like, like what would happen if you had this? Dead. Okay, well if you had a fever of 90, you'd be on the verge of death.
Yep.
It's like, but everything that I looked into, if he were human, he would either be on the verge of death or dead.
I mean, he almost did die. Because then we get into, like, a very important thing where another, like, Ultraseven visits him?
It's supposed to be his superior officer.
Okay. See, what I thought, and I think this would have been better if you want to, like, agree with me on this. I think it should have been, like, Ultraseven, like, himself telling himself. Being like, it's Ultraseven telling Dan Moriboshi, you have to fucking stop.
In which, funny enough, since this character never shows up again, some people say, oh, it's like Dan's hallucinating because he's the only one that sees him.
Yeah.
Or it's supposed to be Zafy, but due to budget constraints, it's Ultraseven's suit.
It would be like Zafy would always be the one to come down, just be like, all right, guys, enough! Give it a rest!
Well, yeah, because he's brother number one. He has to take care of his brothers.
Aww.
Brothers in air quotes.
Yeah, each of those star medals is for each Ultraman is fucking dragged back from Earth to the land of light. And like, oh, thank you, Zafy. Without you, another Ultra would have perished on that horrible planet. Yeah. Here's a star medal. All right, yeah!
But what you mentioned, though, of like Ultraseven talking to Dan, that has apparently been one big theory for many people. That it is Ultraseven talking to his Dan persona. Yeah,
I feel like that's more, like, impactful. It's like him telling himself, dude, like, you're exhausted, you're tired.
You're going to die.
Yeah, like, he's like, it's like, if you transform one more time, it will kill you.
It's like
have to come home.
Like, and if you are going to transform, you only have enough energy to get yourself home. Don't fight. If you fight, you're basically a gunner on this planet. Yeah, and so like Dan ends up going on patrol into space or whatever like that, and so like the alien ghost ship is like trying to like go by, and like V3's telling them, and so he's like trying to shoot it down, but like he can't fucking concentrate. He's so fucking sick, so tired, and then Kurata has to fucking come out, Kiriyama's old friend. And he flies in. He's like, the fuck are you doing? Like you suck. And he like shoots it down. And he's like, ah. Which I noticed Kurata in this episode. It was nice to see him again. Yeah. But it just feels weird that he comes off as just a major asshole in this episode. Well, it's because he takes his job very seriously, and he doesn't tolerate like failure and like incompetence and stuff like that, and like Dan showed all that. So like they go down to Earth or whatever like that, and he's like what the fuck are you doing? And he's like, oh, I'm sick. So like then they also the biggest fucking complaint. So we see Anne shows up. Yeah. Long flowing fucking hair, even though the last episode we saw her and she still had her short hair. So like now I'm confused when they fucking filmed this shit. Oh, no, the last few episodes were filmed in order. Okay. She should have, like, the world record for longest growing hair. Like, who knows how long, like, in between filming episodes they take, but, like... Also, you gotta take in consideration, it could have been that they had to reshoot some things. Oh, you know what? Reshoots are a thing. That's right. Reshoots are a thing, so maybe they had to go back, reshoot some stuff, and they were like, well, like, oh, we can't have you cut her hair because, like, she's doing something else or whatever like that. Yeah, and you also have to take in consideration this was not meant to be watched in order. Like, this was a episodic storyline from the 60s, because remember, no VHS, no DVDs.
You missed it. You missed it.
Yeah, if you missed it, you missed it. You gotta wait until 1970 because that was when all the shows got reruns.
God, that must have been so like agonizing. Like you have like a show that you watch week to week, and then like something comes up where like and you miss it. You miss the airing, but everyone else is talking about it, but you missed out on watching it. And you're like, God damn it! And then you can't watch it till like 20 years later or something when there's reruns or it gets a release on like VHS or something. That must have been so awful missing like a live airing of a show.
Oh, that was me with Naruto back in the early days. If we missed an episode, we had to hunt down that episode online.
Yeah, as a kid, I had to make sure to remember when Power Rangers aired every week so I could watch it.
PVR? PVR didn't exist
no,
yet.
I was too young and stupid to know how to fucking record shit on a VCR.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Anne notices, and everyone notices that Dan's like not feeling well, so Anne decides, oh, well, let's finally take you in and get some x-rays done. And Dan's just like, no!
Nope.
No x-rays!
Which, we made that joke, I don't remember which episode it was, but
we did.
We made that joke of like, oh, I got Dan's x-rays, and it's just the silhouette of
It's just the Ultraseven suit inside. I don't think that's actually what it is. You know what? I don't think we've ever seen that, like, the inner organs and like insides of an Ultraman.
Old magazine, like old children's magazines would showcase like what's in them or not.
Huh. I feel like they need to have like an updated anatomy, you know?
Yeah. But the craziest part about Seven Superior showing up is that it's at the 11th hour.
Ooh.
Which the 11th hour is a representation of a last minute decision. Because Dan doesn't want to leave her. He wants to keep protecting it. But it's literally, dude, if you don't go now, you're going to die.
You will die. And he just, yeah, so like, you know, they keep trying to like check out on him or whatever like that.
You're like, no.
And then Pandon attacks.
Yep.
And like, God, like, I'm okay with like the newer versions of Pandon because like it looks like good or whatever like that. Like I like, what's the fusion with him?
Oh, is it Pandon?
Yeah, Zapandon. I like Zapandon. But like the original Pandon suit, awful.
Looks like
so bad.
Looks like a chicken nugget or a chicken tender.
Yeah, it just looks like a fucking like chicken nugget like dripped in like hot sauce or something like that. But yeah, like and then you hear like that iconic roar that Pandon has, which is cool. But yeah, the fucker breathes fire and stuff like that, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, so he's attacking, and so like Dan like is able to like skimp her off or whatever like that from like avoiding Anne like taking x-rays of him. And so then he like turns like it's like he like does it like lying down. Like he's on the ground and he's just like ugh.
Okay, so that was supposed to be like if you think of it this way about how Eiji Tsuburaya he changed religions to be Christian. The whole idea of that like there are not rumors, but basically there are ideas that Ultraman's supposed to represent the second coming of Christ, and like you know, the cross.
Oh, Tsuburaya.
But like when Dan tries to transform, his commander tells him, "No, if you're transforming, you better be coming back. Otherwise, no, that's it. That's it. Game over." He throws his Ultra Eye down. Think of it. The pose on the cross, falling down.
God damn it! So he tries to fight Pandon in this Ultraseven. He just can't. It's so hard.
He can't even fire out a beam.
Yeah, no.
So he has to rely on his Eye Slugger to actually try and fight this thing. Can't kill it.
No.
Just chops off his arm and leg. He's like, there, he's wounded. I'm leaving.
Yeah, and then Pandon comes back later and he has like fucking robotic arm and leg, and I was like, that's cool. I'm like, ooh, Cyber Pandon.
Which I think the figure art comes with those additional pieces.
That's cool.
So that you can showcase like how he looks without the arms.
You know what? Like, I kind of like if I was still like doing the show with you, like talking Fisher, I would love to like every kaiju we talked about see if there's like a cyber version of it. Like
there is a cyber version of Pandon.
Let's see. It's Cyber Pandon. See what that shit looks like. That's kind of cool. Like, he doesn't even look like he has, like, eyes. You just see, like, the two beaks.
Yeah.
But, like, it just looks like, yeah. That's cool. I want to see all the cyber versions. Fucking cool. They nailed it.
Whoever designed them, they should probably get a raise.
So then, like, I like kind of how they like end part 1 or whatever like that, where like they find Dan, he's like super injured, and they're looking at him and examining him and stuff, and it's like he's like literally about to fucking die, and then you see him go like and then like
leans his head back,
and so like you think like end of part 1 like, oh, he's dead, like Dan Moriboshi's gone, but then like it cuts to the second part, and like he just fell unconscious, and like it's like, okay, we have to like examine him, so we gotta take X-rays, but then Dan's still like, no X-rays.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, when the captain was when the commander was telling Seven about like all his monster fights, it showcases like a montage of him fighting the monsters. You clearly hear the Godzilla roar.
Yeah, I did. I was like, I hear Godzilla's roar. I'm like, did you guys have permission from Toho to use that?
I guess since Toho and Eiji Tsuburaya were like, hey man, what's up? What's going on?
I created Godzilla. Whatever. About it.
Hey, Ikefube, can I borrow the Godzilla roar? Oh yeah, man, sure.
So then we also like, there's another moment where like Dan, like he's on like monitor duty, but like he falls asleep, and so he doesn't tell people that like
the
Pandon happened, and so then Kurata finds out. It's like, well, why didn't we know about this before?
I notified you guys like 20 minutes before it entered Earth's atmosphere. Why is it here? Looks over at Dan laying on the hospital bed.
Yeah, it's like who was monitoring at the time? He's like, me. I did it. I fell asleep.
It was me.
And Kurata's just like, what the fuck? And he like goes up to Kiriyama, and he's just like, this is the type of people you have on your fucking Ultra Guard? Like, you're actually like tolerating this incompetence and stuff. And everyone just stands up there like, hey man, Dan's a fucking amazing person. He's done so much for this fucking organization. And like everyone's defending him, and I'm like, yeah, like, good job, guys. Woohoo!
Except for Amagi.
Oh yeah.
He got kidnapped.
Oh yeah, oh by the way, Amagi got kidnapped in like a bubble.
He got bubbled away.
I was like, oh my god.
And now the alien ghost used him as like a translator.
Yeah, to be like we're coming, we're gonna fuck you guys up.
We've set missiles around the entire world underground. You have exactly 1 hour to let us have the Earth, and we'll take you to Mars.
Yeah, and they like blow up like New York, France, Moscow. And I'm just like, holy shit.
And in 30 minutes, they will destroy Tokyo.
Yeah.
It's like, whoops.
So then, like, eventually, like, Dan, he's just like, I have to do something. Like, I know I'm fucked up or whatever like that. I have no choice.
So one last time he gets in the pointer and drives off.
Yeah, and then, like, he like, stops because, like, he falls unconscious, and so, like, this, like, couple finds him. And, like, they're like, oh, mister, like, you okay? Do you need to take you to the hospital? He's like, no hospital. I just need to rest my eyes for a minute. So then eventually, like, Anne finds him, and then literally that's when, like, Dan drops the biggest fucking thing ever, and he just tells her, like, I'm Ultraseven. Like, I'm dying. I need to get home. So, like, Anne's just kind of like, oh. And, like, I would have loved it. She's like, yeah, I kind of knew. But, like, you could see, like, on her face, she's like, everything makes sense now.
I think that could have been the bigger reveal. That, like, he finally confesses to her that, like, that he is Ultraseven. He's been the one fighting the monsters. Just her responding back with, I know.
Yeah, I know.
And just, doo-doo.
Yeah. But then, Anne decides to be a fucking bitch. Goes up to the rest of the Ultra Guard. Guys! Dan's Ultraseven! I'm like, you bitch!
How is it you bitch?
Because, like, don't fucking tell everyone that. Maybe he just wanted to tell you. Because he cares about you.
Well, no, because they all have to understand. Otherwise, they're going to be wondering what the hell happened to Dan.
That's true.
If you think of it that way, it's a bittersweet ending.
Yeah.
He didn't get to say goodbye to everyone. He just told Anne. And, he had to fight. Like, he had to transform the fight.
Yeah.
But I want to briefly talk about those kids that saved him.
Oh, yeah.
Because I couldn't tell which of them apart. There was Yumi and Akiko, which I think Yumi was the boy. He has like all this Ultra 7 stuff around his room, and I think that's supposed to represent the fact that Dan's putting all this weight on his shoulders, you know, for being the protector of Earth. I think that kid's supposed to represent like the next generation. It's like, don't worry, there will always be someone willing to protect the Earth.
He had like an Ultra 7 poster in his room. I was like, what the fuck? Where'd you get that?
TDF probably sell it.
So then like they decide like they're gonna call because they're at the kid's house or whatever like that, and like
The mom's
there.
like, oh, call
a
doctor.
call the house doctor, and so like the Dan's just like, he's like, I can't see the doctor, like I need to go here, and like he's like okay, we'll get you out. He's like, okay, cool.
I'll take you to my secret hideout, which is designed to look like the TDF base.
Yeah.
And like he hears from the transmission because they find out where the alien ghosts are hiding.
Yeah.
Under an active volcano.
Oh yeah.
And they're like, all right, we're gonna send in the magmarizer since that's the only thing we actually have left.
Yep.
And we're gonna detonate them. We're gonna blow them up.
Woo.
Sir,
that's what they do best. Fucking genocide.
But it's like, sir, what about Amagi? He's like, they still have him.
Fuck Amagi.
Yeah, and Kurata's like, I think Amagi wouldn't mind sacrificing his life.
Maybe consult with him first about that.
Yeah. I love how they don't question if he would want to die.
Amagi always said every day, like, man, if I have to sacrifice myself for the good of humanity, I'll happily do that. But
he said it.
But it's cool. So like Dan eventually turns into Ultra 7, and like he reached down the volcano, grabbed this really really shitty looking model of Amagi.
Should have just been a vinyl of Ultraman.
Yeah, just and then just like saves him. So he saves him.
Yep. Amagi lives.
Yeah, and then he fights Pandon.
A mecha Pandon.
Yeah, or Cyber Pandon.
Yeah.
Like it's like a cybernetic.
It's it's still just Pandon.
Yeah, it's still bits Pandon. A little silver spray paint on his limbs. And so he fights them and stuff, and then I think the most awesome way to end the fighting the final kaiju in Ultra 7, just the Eye Slugger fucking decapitates him.
Yeah, because Pandon caught the Eye Slugger, he throws it back at Dan, but Dan, with like the last bit of energy he has, he ricochets it back at Pandon and it just decapitates him.
Decapitation!
Which figure also comes with that additional piece.
Yeah, it comes with him head chopped off.
Yeah, you can make it look like his head got chopped off.
That's amazing. But yeah, so then he defeats them, and then we just, like, Dan, I guess, has, like, enough energy after that to fly home. Or, like, we know he makes it.
Yeah, we know he makes it, but
he has a son. You know,
has a wife.
Got a wife, got the mantle. He's there.
Makes a cameo in Return of Ultraman 2.
Shows up in Saga. Deleted scene, but
director's cut scene. Actually, no, he is in the film, but the director's cut is he shows more.
Yeah, you actually get Dan Moriboshi's actor and stuff. They made an original henshin sequence for him too, which I always like that little detail.
Oh, how they always continuously upgrade the transformation.
Yeah, like if they have Hayata's actor like show up one more time or whatever like that, it's just got to be like actual new footage of like him going like.
I think Hayata needs to make a comeback.
Just one last time, just like fucking Fujioka's doing with Ichigo. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But yeah, it's sort of a bittersweet ending because they don't. At time, they didn't know if he was gonna make it back or not.
Yeah.
He struggled with Pandon. You don't know if he's going to struggle making it back home to Nebula M78.
Then we get this, like, they're thinking about Dan, and then we just get this, like, footage of just Dan running, and smiling and stuff. And I'm like, I get why they did that, but I would have rather, like, him just, like, you know, kind of, like, standing towards, like, the sunset in his Ultra Guard uniform, helmet up on his side by his hip. Just kind of, like, looking, like, heroic and stuff. Just, like, yeah, like, that's how Dan will be remembered. Like, that's how we'll remember him. But, yeah, so, like, it's kind of silly just seeing him, like, Dan Moriboshi. He's like, yeah.
It's supposed to represent that he's happy. He's finally, like, all the stress is gone. He's going home.
Yeah.
They acknowledge, who knows, Dan may come back once he's fully healed.
Yeah.
Or not. Who knows? He probably ghosted all of them.
Just everyone comes back. Hey, guys, what's going on? Look, it's Ultra 7.
Oh, yeah, it's like,
you know I'm a color timer. You know one of us.
How you doing, Dan?
Dan.
Just like the biggest wink in the world.
But yeah, so with that, end of Ultra 7, and all in all for me, it was okay. I don't really see, like, why this was the most inspirational thing in Japan. Like, maybe for them, it was more culturally significant, but, like, apart from, like, just... These characters, like, the Ultra Guard wasn't as memorable as the Science Patrol. Because, like, you had, like, E-Day, and you had freaking Cap, and...
I think it's
Rashi.
because you went from 5 characters to 6.
Yeah.
In which, let's say it right off the bat, Soga. Probably weakest link.
Oh my god, and, like, you didn't flesh out these characters more, and then, like, when you tried to, it's like, oh, Soga has a fiance, fucking, like, 30, 40 episodes in. Never mentioned again. Fucking Farashi has, like, a sister and, like, a mom in, like, the country or something like that. And, like, fucking...
Probably brought up, like, once or twice.
Yeah.
But I guess it is a part of the time where, like, again, you're not supposed to watch this in order.
Like, honestly, the weirdest but most, like, really character-heavy episode that we got from any of the side characters was episode 12. The band episode with fucking Anne's uncle fucking perishing in the plane crash or whatever like that.
Yeah.
Like that was fucking heavy shit, and it was a band episode about a fucking kaiju that looked like a fucking Hiroshima victim. Oh my god. But no, there were some episodes in this series that, like, you know, they were pretty fun, and, like, a lot of the kaiju's cool. Like, I think, like, one of my favorite episodes was probably, like, the King Joe 2-parter. Like, King Joe was just so cool, such a formidable foe. Like, you know, the targeted town, super good. Fucking berserker cigarettes. Like, come on. Like, we've made countless jokes about it. It's so good. It's very memorable.
I would have to say, recently with the robot Ultra 7, that was a great episode.
That was pretty cool.
I'll admit, last 10 episodes,
you could tell that the budget was, like, near gone.
Like, from what I understand, the studio ordered an additional 10 episodes. So, like, it was supposed to only have 39. And then they bumped up to 49. And it's like, okay, things are going to go great. 1 month later, freaking, that's when everything just started going downhill. And basically, like, Ultra 7 was sort of the beginning and end of the kaiju boom. It started when the kaiju boom was still big. It was doing really well. It was the successor to Ultraman. It's going to be great. But by 1968... kids just weren't into it anymore. Yeah. It got oversaturated.
So, like, because, like, then you have stuff like in, like, Kaiju Club, where it's like they have that episode where they're talking about, and, like, they just I think that was the thing, like, that episode of Kaiju Club, like, really fucking hyped up Ultra 7 for me, and I was just like, hey, like, I know these are actors, like, pretending to be people who, like, really were into Ultra 7, but, like, they're making it seem like, okay, Ultra 7's this really iconic, inspirational show, and I can kind of see it, but then, like, there's just episodes where I'm just like,
I think it's meant to be more of the show. Think of it this way: Ultra 7 walked so that Neon Genesis Evangelion could run, because Hideaki Anno acknowledged that Ultra 7 was a big influence.
Yeah, and like that's why, like, our buddy Cell always says, it's like, you know, he's like, I may not, like, care for Ultraman, but I respect, like, the legacy and the inspiration it's brought to other things.
Without Ultra 7, no Capsule Corp. Chi-Chi wouldn't have her, you know, kid armor. Pokemon
wouldn't have Ultraman Zero.
Wouldn't have Ultraman Zero. It's just...
So, we thank Ultra 7 for a lot.
Like, it's sort of just, you have to consider where it was. Maybe it was just a time and place thing. Maybe it is over the course of reruns. Everyone just has nostalgia goggles for it.
Yeah. Because, like, you know what? They see Ultra 7 and, like, Ultraman like the way we see Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Like, was it that great? Not really. But do we remember it? Yeah. The theme song, catchy as fuck. Characters, super fun. The monsters and, like, the action, pretty fucking cool. So, like, it is a big nostalgia thing. So, like, Ultra 7 is Power Rangers to us, basically. Because Power Rangers inspired a fucking lot of shit in the West.
Mm-hmm.
So.
There is potential in which... Would I go back to watch all of Ultra 7? Probably not all of it. But there are at least some episodes that I would gladly go back and rewatch.
I watched like the Heisei version, like Ultra 7X, and I'm like, man, that was way better than the original Ultra 7. You're like, no, like, you're not supposed to like this, but it was cool. Because, like, apparently, yeah, they did do that. Like, they made a Heisei reboot, kinda, and then we got Ultra 721, which I still don't understand why the fuck that's a thing. What the hell that's about.
Meant to be a reboot.
Huh.
I'm scrolling down my notes so I could show Lane. In the 90s, he had a bunch of, like, original movies.
Huh.
Like, there were 2 that came out in 94, which apparently the Gridman crew worked on. In 97, there was a trilogy for the 30th anniversary.
Wow.
35th anniversary. Evolutions. He got so many spin-offs that are considered to be canon to Ultra 7 alone.
Wow.
It's like Jack never happened, Ace never happened. Ultra 7 is the only thing that happened.
Wow. Yeah. So like I again, just for me, like the show was okay, but like I can see why Ultra 7 was like so inspirational and like people loved it. Cuz like he looked so different. Like Gar said in the beginning, like he wasn't supposed to be an Ultraman.
Well, it's sort of just I guess just halfway through the first session, they were just like, what if we just make him interconnected with Ultraman? Or at least in mythos of like, he does come from M78 or Nebula M78. Have him do the Ultra Beams and such. Because let's face it, he is just an Ultraman in different colors.
Yeah, he doesn't have a color timer, so that's why like you never really see him lose energy or anything like that.
The studio itself before production started, they were just considering reusing monsters from Ultraman. Like, the capsule monsters, Red King was supposed to be one.
Oh.
But then, somewhat the higher-ups was like, no, if all 100% original monsters.
That sucks too, the old Dan's capsule kaijus died.
Yeah.
Poor Wyndham.
Poor Wyndham got assassinated.
Well, you know what? At least Wyndham came back in Zed, and he was actually like pretty cool, very formidable, good robotic chicken.
And who knows? As of this recording, next year is going to be Ultra 7's 55th anniversary.
Shit.
So who knows what they have in store for that?
Something with Zero, probably.
No, I feel like they're going to do something set, because even in Trigger, you notice that they have a lot of Ultra 7 stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Hell, their battleship is the Nurse Desi. It's the Art Desi with with the robotic nurse cut together as one.
Like I said, I just can't wait till we get like Zero's son.
Oh, freaking 20 years down the line.
Oh my god. That's gonna be fucking mind blowing when we find out Zero has his own son or like daughter or something like that. You know what? I would actually rather have Zero have like an Ultra woman for a daughter, because that'd be cool. Because it's like in JoJo Part 6 where the JoJo is like it's a woman, and it's Part 3 JoJo's daughter, but like they're not talking to each other. So
apparently JoJo Part 8 just ended.
Yeah, and I'm waiting for them to do the Part 7 as an anime, because it's a reboot like of the whole franchise.
Damn.
Yeah, it's about a cross country horse race.
But yeah, do we recommend Ultra 7? I would say we would.
I'd say like look up what the best episodes are, because like it's not continuous stories, so you don't have to worry about like continuity.
Continuity, what's that?
Yeah.
I recommend watching Kaiju Club.
Watch Kaiju Club. Watch The Targeted Town.
Yes.
Because that is probably the best episode of Ultra 7. And like the action's pretty cool. Like it's bloody. Like when he fucking decapitates, fucking kind of cuts them in half and stuff. Like it's pretty fucked up shit. So it's cool. Like even Ultraman didn't have stuff that scale. But yeah. I'll probably won't watch this again, but I'm glad I got to watch this and the original Ultraman, so I'm very happy to watch Ultra 7. So
also consider Also, consider this. Ultra 7 is legally available to watch for free on Chef Factory TV.
It is. And you can buy it on the whole series on Blu-ray from Mill Creek.
Yeah, in which that gives you a digital code for Movie Spree, where you can also watch it digitally there.
Which we did.
The first few episodes, I believe the first episode's up on the YouTube channel.
But if you want to watch the band episode, you gotta work a little bit harder to get that.
Yeah, you gotta pass the fork tree. You gotta go through the seven trials of Monkey Lagoon.
Thankfully, Gar had like a DVD of the whole series that had the band episode on it. So.
No, it's more. That episode's never been re-released.
Okay.
It's a sort. I think what it was is that TNT had it.
Mm-hmm.
They aired it, and there are fans that kept audio tracks for the episodes as like audio dramas, and someone just spliced the audio, like the archived audio, with the TNT footage.
Oh, okay.
And like, oh, TNT, why did you guys release episode 12? They didn't notice that they gave it to us, so we said, why not?
Cool.
And yeah, so one show left.
Yep.
Dinah.
And we know the Dinah's finale, so I'm going to be here in person to talk about the Dinah finale, because like I feel like you and I are just going to really enjoy the Dinah finale. We're going to be like, oh my god. Because like we love Tiga. The Tiga finale was mwah.
And now we get to watch the Dinah finale.
You get to watch the return of Hanajiro. You get to watch the leaving of Hanajiro and then the return of Hanajiro.
Oh.
So you get to cry of sadness and then cry of happiness again when he comes back.
Yeah.
That's gonna be an emotional day for you. I kind of want to be in person for that too.
Well, maybe we'll hold off on it. We'll just watch it together.
Yeah, might as well.
We only got 2 episodes left of Ultraranger. Might as well.
Yeah.
Screw it. We'll do it.
Do it in person. Do it live.
Do it live. Here's our trilogy finale.
Yeah. But anyways, yeah, that's Ultra 7. Cool. We did it. Way to go, Gar.
Yay.
That was 49 long episodes. Goddamn. Jesus.
Well, I guess that's Ultraranger, episode 167.
Dan went home.
Dan went home.
Yeah, and the thumbnail's just gonna be one of those shots of him just smiling and running.
Oh, it's gonna be the iconic shot of him standing in the sunrise.
Yeah.
Like Ultra 7 standing with like the sun behind him.
Yep.
It's like, will I ever see you again? Well, you see that the first star that shines in the west.
Second star to the right, straight until morning.
No way, that's Neverland.
Yeah, it's Peter Pan.
Ultra 7 just ends up with Peter Pan. Ah, damn.
That'd be an interesting crossover comic. Peter Pan and Ultra 7. Just them fucking him with a cutlass fighting fucking Captain Hook.
No, he uses his ice slugger.
That's how Peter Pan learned to fly. He learned to fly from Ultra 7. It's the weirdest crossover fucking ever. Someone make fan art of that. Just fucking Peter Pan, Ultra 7 with cutlasses fucking fighting off pirates.
You know, childlike Peter Pan, the boy who never grows up, with Ultra 7 genocide murderer.
And then just the crocodile with Cook's clock in his hand or whatever like that. He turns into a fucking kaiju and he vows him.
They're fighting against the island.
God, that'd be amazing. I think that's the weirdest crossover I've ever thought of. Ultra 7 and Peter Pan. Make it happen.
I'm gonna add Peter Pan into the thumbnail somewhere, so people can be like, but what's with the Peter Pan thing?
You had to be there. You had to be there. Oh my god.
Well, anyways, see you all next time, and until next time.
Alright.
Schwa for now.
Schwa for now.